Hi, welcome to the Pioneer Spotlight. I'm Josh Krupp. Each week here from the Center for Media Innovation Studios, we highlight a Point Park Pioneer team, athlete, or coach. This week, we're honored to be joined by the brand new men's and women's golf coach, Graham Hoffman. Graham, thanks for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, welcome to Point Park. How has the transition been for you coming to this university?
Exciting. I've been in golf. When I was 16, I wanted to become a golf pro and assistant golf professional, and for the last 21 years, in some variation or another, I've been in the golf business and been around it. So when the opportunity came up to coach, it was immediately exciting. And there's a difference between teaching somebody the swing and teaching a young person the swing versus now all of a sudden being thrown into, managing a team and leading a team and a different view of competition that really has been exciting. Versus whenever I'm just out there playing in an event where it's me grinding away. Now I'm helping somebody else throughout a round try to achieve the best score they possibly can.
How would you describe your coaching philosophy?
I believe competition we should enjoy. It's fun to be out there. It's fun to compete. It's fun to represent your university. And I think we have to take everything in stride in the game of golf. So a bad lie, a bad break, we just have to deal with that and we move on. It's not the end of the world. We have to regroup and hit the next shot that's presented to us, and I like to work in positives. So, if we do get that bad lie or that tough break, it's what do we do with the next one? How well do we minimize our mistakes? And, do we gut out a par? Do we make bogey? And that's what I want the kids to take with them, is that we may not have hit the best shot. We may not have had the goal that we started with, but we ended up minimizing damage, and that's the positive to take from that as we get ready to hit the next shot or play the next hole.
And fans will read your bio and see golf professional at Hickory Heights Golf Club. What does that mean? How do you explain that to people?
Essentially I'm an assistant. The owner, Sam Deep III, an alumni, and his son, Sam the Fourth, own and operate the golf course, and my job is to assist in the day-to-day operations, run all of our member events, run all of our corporate outside parties that come in. We just did the alumni outing or the athletic outing, I should say, for the university this past Friday. So do a little bit of everything from teaching to running all of our events to, and then sometimes just get out there a little bit myself and play and have some fun.
Let's highlight now the Point Park men's and women's golf team. The men have had a lot of success in recent years as the defending conference championship as recent as last year. What do you look for the men? We'll start with them going through this season with the conference fall preview coming up this weekend.
Well, I think every team's obviously this year's different. Coach Bubon left me a nice core to work with, but change in philosophy maybe a little bit for the men's team there, and realizing that, yes, we had that success last year, but, this is a new year. We can certainly rely on those experiences that we had, but, I think we only have 2 or 3 young men that were part of that team and got a lot of competition in last year. And, this year we're bringing in some new players into the fold that, they have to get experience playing, and I don't think it's fair to those young men that, didn't play that round that took us to nationals to put that expectation on them. That is our goal, but they need to get their experience, and they need to, it's a new team. So, we want to get there again. The kids want to get there again. I certainly don't want to let that ball drop, but, we have some work to do to get back there. And with the fall preview coming up, we just get familiar with the course that we're going to be playing in the spring. It's my first time seeing it, so how I would manage the course or how I would play it is a little different than maybe what we did last year. And hopefully we get back there and the numbers a little better, and we're more prepared for nationals.
What about the women's side? What are you hoping to get out of them this weekend?
The women, gosh, the last tournament we played at Westminster up at Newcastle, we finished on the northern side of the field, which was a good thing. I don't think that had been done for a while, and my assistant Bob Solera and I were looking at it, and just the wasted shots from 50 yards and in that they had. And we've been working on that. We've worked on that now for the last couple of weeks, and I want to see an improvement in that area. I think the better that the women can get from 50 yards and in and minimizing the strokes that they take there, I think we'll finish a little better. And I'd like to see top 3, top 4 out of them, because they can all hit a ball. They can all hit a golf ball. Sometimes they have a hard time getting it in the hole and wrapping it up. So that's what we're trying to work out, and that's what I'd really like to see out of them this weekend.
The bread and butter of this season comes in the spring. This weekend, a chance to kind of feel out that course, like you said. What are your plans for the winter season with this team?
So conditioning, and not going too long without a golf club in our hands. We have that golf room up on the 6th floor that we really can utilize. A nice little simulator in there, plenty of room to hit different shots and vision different things, and we can do different drills in there. And then just working out, getting stronger. For as much as some of the men on the team will hit the gym, their legs still get tired. And the golf muscles might not be built up, and we're trying there. I let them know that it's going to happen. We're going to be hitting a gym, and I might be there with them because I could certainly use some cardio myself. So we'll see, but just keep the club in our hands and do everything we can to get better for the spring and conference championship and on to nationals.
We'll end with this. What are your ultimate goals for this team this year and in the next, say, 5 years long term?
My ultimate goals for this team this year, for the men, I want to return back to nationals, and then it shouldn't be hard to improve upon their finish that they had there. They did not play well. They're well aware that they didn't play well, and we want to make the cut, and I think we're a good enough team to finish top 10 in that field. And then for the women, I just want more competitive within our conference. Hopefully we can schedule some stuff, sprinkle in a win. I think I have a couple of players that can go on to nationals individually. I would like to see that happen, and I won't name names because I don't want them to know who I think they are, and I want them to keep working at it. And I think on the men's side too, I think we have a couple of players that can really show strong in Illinois at the end of the year, and that's my goal. Just let's build it up. Let's get a foundation for this year, and then for the next 5, I want the foundation that we lay here to allow me to bring in, continue to bring in good players and better players every year. It's hard to go from 85 to 72, and that applies to the players that we're trying to bring in. And what I want is I want to have a team over 5 years. I've built up that they're a tough team to beat every time we're going out. And the game of golf isn't, you can't look at it on paper and go, they're going to win. They're going to, sometimes those bad breaks happen. Body doesn't feel right, and we hit squirrely shots, and we have a bad round, and you end up losing because of that. And I think the more consistent players I can bring in, the more tournament-ready players I can bring in from junior golf kids. I want kids that play all year round, and that's what I'm looking for, and that's the player I'm trying to attract here. So we'll see. But so far it's just been exciting, and I'm happy to be part of the Pioneer family, and looking forward to the future.
Well, we'll get our first chance to see how this team stacks up against the rest of the conference this weekend. Be sure to follow us online at PointParkSports.com and on social media at Point Park Sports for all of the latest updates. Let's give Graham Hoffman a nice warm welcome here to Point Park. Thank you so much for coming down, Graham.
Thank you.